Did you know that every child is born with a gift? God created each one with a gift. The problem is many gifts die in childhood because nobody helped them grow. And trust me, if you're a present parent, then you're able to recognize some of these gifts in your children as early as possible. Okay? Even as early as 3 years old, even 2 years old, you can tell that your child is vocal. You can tell this child loves singing. You can tell this one loves fixing things. You see them fix things around. You can tell that this one likes building. You can tell that this child is naturally social. You see the way they interact with others when they are out. They are outgoing, but from that little age. And you can also see that this one is always creating businesses. Okay? You can see all these things. You can see something that your child loves doing. It's very important as a parent to support that to grow. Because what happens? Our education system is designed to focus on specific subjects. Yeah, science, chemistry, math, they are important, but they may not help nurture your child's gift. So literally, this is your role as a parent. Okay, I remember when I was young, I used to make sweets, biscuits, do things from mud. We would get mud and make things and then make a shop. Okay, would create small shops, and then other children would come in and buy using leaves. They get leaves and then they come and then they give me the leaves. I'm like, hey, I'm rich. So you literally see, if that was paid attention to, someone would have noticed that this child could be a business person. Yeah? So there are things your children do. Just pay attention to them. Leave alone being so strict on them. Do this, don't do. Just pay attention to them when they're doing their usual play. You're going to see it. At least from 3 to 7, 8 years old, you're able to see something that is consistent. You know, they do it in form of games, but literally that's a gift. You can't tell me that you cannot see that your child pretends to read news. You can't tell me that you fail to see that your child is a footballer or your child loves cooking. Unless you're never present as a parent, then you may not tell. Future fashion designers are already cutting clothes. They are dressing dolls. They are trying to match colors. Future instrumentalists are already drumming on doors. You find them, and what happens is that you're shouting at them, "Don't make noise for me." They are drumming doors. They are drumming cups. They are drumming tables, jerry can, anything that they can't touch. They are drumming. Yeah, they're trying to pretend to play a guitar. And then to us as parents, we feel like they are noisemakers. They are destructive, but they are trying to show you who they are. Future engineers are already opening things. Have you seen children who you live in a house and they're already broken cables, they've already cut wires, they've already spoiled extensions? That's a sign. They're not just being destructive, but that's a sign that there is something in them that needs to be nurtured. You find them curious about how things work when they land on your phone. They literally, to us it looks destructive, but they are not being destructive. They are being who they are. That thing inside them that they can't explain, it just happens naturally. You find them doing this, and even if you beat them, they will still do it. Future cooks are already in the kitchen helping you. Not every child loves to cook, but there are those ones that love it. Some may love it when they are young. They want to help. They want to do what mom is doing. But after maybe like 5 years, 4, 5, 6 there, you realize that they are no longer interested. But future cooks will still love to cook. When you leave them with TV, you find them watching videos that are teaching cooking, how to make cakes, how to make this. And they will tell you, "Mommy, we should make a pizza. Mommy, we should make this. I know how to do this." So pay attention. Future athletes cannot sit still. Yeah. They are always running and jumping and kicking balls and competing. Future leaders naturally organize other children and take initiative. Future leaders will naturally explain things to others. Future business people are already selling things. It could be pretend play, but they are selling things, they are bargaining, they are counting, they are organizing. Future artists are already drawing on walls. You'll find your wall painted. They get a marker. They have already drawn a tree, a human beings. Whatever they get, they are drawing. They want art books and draw. They want books. Anywhere they land on, they are drawing. They do it naturally. Future tech creators are fascinated with phones, gadgets, tablets, laptops, systems, computers. Do you know there's a child, even if they are 7, 8, 10, 9 years, they just get into your phone and they are doing things that you've never seen on your phones. I have a neighbor, his son will fix a phone, will design things. My son also does that. He will land on my laptop and he's already creating something, he's designing something, he's into apps and what, and I'm like, how did you get that? It's like, I just checked this and I got this app, and I'm like, what? So future techs are already fascinated with phones, gadgets, apps, games, all that. Do not over restrict them. Allow them to have access, but guide them, monitor them, okay? Future caregivers are naturally empathetic. You've seen those kids who are caring. You're there, they bring you a cup of water. Mommy, I want to help you here. They comfort others, they help younger children, they take care of them. All these are signs. The signs are there. We are just not paying attention. In most cases, many parents ignore these signs. We see, but we ignore. We call them distractive. We call them noise. We call them whatever we want to call them. Because what happens with parents value academic performance than these skills. We have reduced intelligence to grades. And this is very dangerous. Because what happens? If a child is not succeeding in class, then they will feel like losers. Not every child was created to succeed the same way. Some children shine through creativity, some children shine through leadership, some children through hands-on skills, some through communication, some through sports, some through businesses, some through innovation. And psychologically, when a child's natural strengths are constantly ignored, dismissed, mocked, or suppressed, something happens to them internally, something that you may not see as a parent. They slowly disconnect from themselves. They start believing, maybe who I am is not important. Maybe my gifts have no value. Maybe I'm not smart enough. This is how many children grow into adults who feel lost, insecure, and unfulfilled. Adults who chose career to please people, but secretly feel empty inside. Adults who are educated but unhappy. Adults who have degrees but no identity. And that's why it's important to involve children in real life as early as possible. Let them cook with you. Let them sell with you. Let them fix things with you. Let them count money. On this one, I remember when I was going to the university, my brother took me to school, and I'd never held money beyond, I think, 200,000. When he was teaching me something I didn't know. He just gave me, like, we were paying 2 point something at UCU. So he gave me all that tuition and he's like, count and write on the bank slip. Guys, I failed to count even 1 million. I would count, and he gave me like 10, 5K, 5,000, 10,000. I counted. By that time, it was 600. I was confused. I counted like, I don't know how many times. He told me you have to count that money and put it on the back slip. He was literally teaching me something. So let children count with you. Let them cook with you. Let them wash. Let them be involved in everything that you are doing, because that is how they discover who they are. Let them plant. Let them create. Allow them to create. Okay, don't over restrict them. Allow them to help you with work. Sometimes they want to be involved and you're like, go. You want to do everything for them, and that's killing them. This is how you discover them. What's happening these days? Children are handed screens and TV remotes while parents are doing everything for them. We are treating them as if they are our property. We have to take care of them. Like when you have a property, you've put a house there, or you've bought your car. you take care of it, you clean it, you change the chair. These children are not going to be on us all the time. We have to empower them. And how do we empower them? It's by engaging them in everything that we do. We have to make sure children don't become consumers. Instead, they become creators. This can happen as early as possible. I wouldn't mind my child telling me I'm making money at 15, or helping him develop something and he's making money at 14 or 15. The earlier you introduce responsibility, the easier it becomes for them. Start at 2 years, start at 3 years, start at 4 years. But it's not too late. If your child is already big, you can still start with them wherever they are. Just know we just need to add in more effort, extra effort for them. Because what happens when you wait until they are teenagers and you suddenly introduce rules, you suddenly want them to do chores, you suddenly want to discipline them, you suddenly want them to take responsibility, it will feel like a punishment to them. And yes, I understand that feeling of, hey, this is my baby. Sometimes I also feel it too. This is my baby. You love them so much. But then remember that one day they are going to be adults and the world will expect them to survive. Every time I feel like, oh, my baby, I'm doing too much, I've given him too much work, I'm not allowing him sit on TV the whole day, I remember that one day they'll become adults and the world will expect them to survive. So, prepare them, support their gifts. If your child loves building, buy them blocks, buy them Legos, buy them tools and creative toys that can help them. If your child loves music, expose them to instruments and mentors. If your child loves cooking, involve them in a kitchen. If your child loves business, teach them money. Involve them in the businesses that you do. Let them learn how to count money, sell. This is actually for everyone. Everyone needs this. Whether they are good at music, whether they are good at presentation skills, whether they are vocal, whether they are what, they need this. Stop teaching your children that money is evil, while the whole world runs on financial responsibility. There's this one school that I love. It's called mathematics. It's called mathematics, technology, and science. They have learned this very well. They teach beyond academics. They teach farming. They teach rearing chicken, piggery, and all that, and how to take care of them. They teach ICT, coding, carpentry, cooking, presentation skills, selling, creating products. Imagine the money they make, it belongs to them. Yeah, they sell, they hold it, they go to the bank and deposit it themselves. It is theirs. They have touched it. By the time this child is in primary 7, they already understand work. They already know about saving. They know how to save. They know money. They have learned confidence. They have learned communication, and that is preparation for life. So, not everyone will go to that school, but what I'm trying to say, this can be done at home, because education alone is not enough these days. Yeah, not every child will become a doctor. Not every child will become a lawyer, and that is okay. Some will become creators. Some will become artists, builders, entrepreneurs, innovators, farmers, designers, leaders, and some will still become doctors while using their gifts outside medicine. Okay? God created everyone with something special in them, something inside them. The danger comes when that gift is not discovered. Imagine you've never been taken near water for 18 years, and then suddenly as an adult, when you turn 18, they throw you into the lake and expect you to swim. That is what happens now. You go through the whole life being protected, my baby. Go through primary, go through secondary, high school, university, my baby. And then after university, you're thrown into the world. You don't know how to swim. You don't know money. They told you money is evil. You know nothing, and the world expects the best from you. The world is not understanding. The world is not fair. The world expects you to give them the best, to be responsible. The world will not welcome you like your mother's baby. The world will treat you the same, whether you've learned money, whether you have a skill, whether you're street smart, whether what, it does not care. So when you're thrown into the lake, you must learn to swim. and that is when there's a lot of struggle, stress, depression, because you're trying to figure out life, of which you thought life was the other baby life, where you need this, it's provided, where you need this, it's provided, and that is what is happening. You go through the swimming from 21. By the time you're 30, you haven't even discovered yourself. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you want to be. So you're pushed into getting a job just to take care of your needs. Just to take care of your needs, because you know you have to work. You have to take care of your family. Maybe children have come in. That is what's happening. This is exactly what's happening to adults today, because they were never prepared for life. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that ring bell, like the video. If it has spoken to you, share it with someone else that you think it will help. Share it with all parents, because we need this. We need to prepare these children. We need to teach them what life is. Yeah.